gals, Derry here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's Mounts Wood of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you of the Let's Play episode of Cienie. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. How can I help you, boys? Raymond looks at me, hesitant. I reciprocate the man's welcoming gesture with a smile. Sorry to bother you, sir, but we're passing through town on our camping trip. Oh, that's great. Looking for camp supplies, tents, cords, fire starters? Where are you planning to camp, by the way? Oh, we aren't sure yet. Somewhere nearby, maybe. Although my friend here is kind of scared. This big tiger? Scared? Ha! I doubt it. Well, there have been some missing people in the forest nearby. The old man gives us a hard stare. I guess you're not from around here. There's not much to it, you ask me. It's probably people just running away from their own lives. Either way, it's been a while since any of that. Our woods are safe now. Safe my ass. Either he doesn't know about Mrs. Novak's attack, or he just really wants to sell us something. While omitting the gory details. I turn to Raymond and give him a discreet wink. We haven't discussed any signals, but I hope he knows to play along. Are you certain? We did some research before coming. Yeah, the only major disappearance happened a while ago. How long? Maybe like a year or two. Some kids went missing. It's hard to remember all those runaways. Runaways? The bison raises his eyebrow, to which I return a cocky smile. Honestly, I just wanted some reassurance from my friend. Glad to hear it was nothing. The old man chuckles, scratching the back of his neck as he leans closer and lowers his voice. Well, those kids did come here to stock up on supplies just like you guys did. They asked a lot of questions like you did. And then they vanished. You will. That's what I imagined he'd say next. I look at him, trying to maintain this slightly crooked smile on my face, even though the way he said it makes it hard to do so. His words sounded mildly threatening. Or so they say, but I'm sure they simply went on their merry way. You don't believe they disappeared? He continues to smile, his fingers tapping on the counter to the beat of the shop's music playing in the background. Who knows? They were a rowdy bunch. Wouldn't surprise me if they went their separate ways. Two of them were arguing the whole time, lots of yelling, too. Were they being rude to you, sir? Uh-huh, one was. The cougar with reddish fur. He looked like the leader of the group. He was yelling at a female collie, saying that she cheated on him. When I asked him to tone it down, he snapped back. Oh, well, lucky we're nothing like those customers. Hope it didn't turn violent. Thank God it didn't come to that, but his whole group did get uncomfortable. Then they left the shop and continued arguing outside. What would a group of friends on a camping trip be arguing about so much? That cougar fellow wanted to cancel their trip. Why was that? Don't tell me he was scared like Raymond over here. Because they didn't get permission from Camino. That makes me frown. Camino? Yup, it's an old abandoned town a few miles from here. Sounds interesting. Sure is, but that place is dangerous. The old buildings there could collapse at any moment. What about the other two? You said there were 4 of them? You sure do like to ask a lot of questions. Sorry, just curious. You know what they say about curious cats, huh? Okay, this guy's definitely trying to mess with me. But whatever, I'll just let it slide. The other 2 left soon after. A female rabbit, a young male tiger. So they couldn't get the permission to enter and just left? Pretty much. That rabbit told me they're just going to cancel the trip and head back to their university. I see. Again, you sure ask a lot of questions. You're not some undercover journalist, huh? Sorry, I'll stop bothering you about it. Well, you gonna buy anything then? Oh, of course, that's why we came here. So, you got any duct tape? Our tent got torn because someone accidentally clawed it when he was sleeping. Absolutely, let me check on the back. The old shopkeeper disappears between the shelves before coming back out with duct tape in his hand. I use the brief opportunity to whisper to Raymond if there's anything else we should ask before going, but the tiger doesn't have the time to respond. Right. Anything else? Raymond averts his gaze, looking down as if to conceal his emotions, yet the veins around his fist pop out as he clenches them tightly. Did the tiger say anything? The bison folds his arms and seems to be thinking to himself. Nothing much, really, though he looked very sad the whole time. But he did get one thing before leaving. The shopkeeper grabs a keychain from a shelf filled with souvenir trinkets. You guys can have that one for free. There's loads more collecting dust in the back. I pay for the duct tape, thanking him for the trinket. We finally step outside. Not bad. Aside from him acting out, though, I think it's just old age catching up to him. The thing that stood out, though, was that he was immediately pointed out who the group leader was. Interesting enough to think about, but that comes later. We set out on a longer walk. The other witness lives on the outskirts of town. Raymond has been silent for a while. I gave him the keychain from the shop, and he's been staring at it from time to time. I'm sure he has a lot on his mind right now. It must have been hard for him, listening to all that. Hey, want to have a rest at the playground for a bit? My knees are killing me. Can. We each sit on an empty swing. The joyful shouts of children echo through the chilly autumn breeze as they run around playing tag. Raymond takes a deep breath before slowly exhaling as he fiddles with the keychain. Holding up okay? Yeah. Raymond lifts his head and smiles. You were good at talking just now. Just years of experience in the field of lying, I suppose. Nothing to be proud of, really, but it helps. Very useful skill in your line of work. As a cashier? Yeah, I mean... I know, I'm just teasing. After we both chuckle, there's a momentary silence. Hey, can I ask you something? Sure. What was your brother like? My God? Well... Yeah, I know you struggled to listen to what that old man was saying about your brother, so I thought maybe you could tell me more about him. I don't really know where to start. Well, I don't know really. I guess I'm a little curious at how he ended up all the way in Poland. Okay, Raymond closes his eyes. He got a full scholarship by the Malaysian government after being the top 50 scores for the National High School Leaving Exam. Damn, bet you're really proud of him. Raymond tugs the end of his coat while biting his cheeks. His expression is oddly pained. Actually, I resented him a bit. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to... Don't worry, La. As a brother, I'm proud, you know? But whenever Balik Kampong, a Malay phrase referring to the tradition where people travel back to their hometowns during festive seasons. On Hari Raya, a Malay word referring to Eid, a Muslim celebration involving prayers, feasting, and visiting family and friends. That sounds like every Saturday or Sunday for me. Our relatives would only talk about him, and I kept getting compared to him. I mean to say, we were quite close when we were young. Before all that, my parents worked at a hawker center in Kuching, serving special Sarawakian laksa. Capital of Sarawak, a state in Malaysia. The name literally means cat. Oh, okay. That place was so damn popular. People always came to eat there, so my parents worked till late at night, and since I was the eldest, I had to take care of my little Adik. Younger brother, okay. I learned to cook from my father and mother, and cook for my brother when our parents weren't at home. I see. No wonder you're good at it. Raymond chuckles. A tiny smile curves up from the corner of his mouth. Well, like I said, my dad was very brilliant, you know. Always getting straight A's in exams. And I guess I felt like I wasn't measuring up anymore. Huh. So in the end, I chose to move away from my family and flew to Kuala Lumpur to work as a kitchen apprentice. Capital city, okay. My God still tried to keep in touch with me, but I was selfish. I simply wanted to distance myself from them. Raymond stops talking to wipe his eyes. And one day I got a call from my father. I heard my mother sobbing in the background when he said that my God had disappeared. Oh. And then suddenly I felt so guilty for leaving. I just had to find him. Raymond clears his throat. Oh, sorry, I seem to have started rambling. You didn't ask about any of this. No, that's fine. I really hope your brother's alright somewhere. I fall silent, letting the tiger gather himself while I gaze silently at the playground. Oh, this coffee is so good. I know how that feels. Huh, what do you mean? Just that something similar happened to me, I guess. Oh, tell me. It's just, I also lost someone close to me, and I'm doing my best to find out what happened to them. But it feels like even the people closest to me want to keep secrets about it. Raymond gazes at me, clearly waiting for me to elaborate. I sigh. It's weirdly difficult to talk about it, even after Raymond opened up about why he's here. It's my mother. She was a detective, you see. She was investigating some disappearances, kind of like we are right now. Yeah. She was the best detective ever before she... Actually, never mind that. We should get going. I get up quickly as the tiger shoots me a surprised look. In the end, he follows suit. I felt a little guilty for cutting the conversation off so abruptly, but something inside me didn't want to say the words that were about to come out of my mouth. I glanced at my phone. Is it Marcus? Nah, just my dad. It's not important. Okay. How are your legs? Still painful? Nah, they're good now. Let's go. Don't ignore your dad, man. He might have something important to tell you. After about 10 more minutes, we arrive at Mickiewicz Street. Okay. This one might be easy, especially since I'm already acquainted with the witness. I think we'll just deal with him with a straight-up approach. Are you sure he'll speak? We know each other, so probably. Okay, La, your call then. A ginger male tabby in his 20s is wiping the sweat off his brows as he rakes the fallen red leaves into a huge heap. Hey there, Marson! He stabs the ground with the rake he's holding and supports his weight on it, barely glancing in our direction. Whatever it is, I'm kind of busy right now, as you can see. And his eyes meet mine. Oh, Tomek! I haven't seen you in a long while. I was in uni. Oh, damn, that's amazing. What were you studying? Oh, law, but I went on to become a private detective. I show him Mom's PI license, making sure my finger covers her first name and a bit of her photo. That's awesome, bro. Although, you could be put a bit more effort into looking like one. Not all detectives wear a trench coat, you know. He begins to laugh before abruptly cutting himself off. Sorry about what happened with your mom, by the way. Thank you. So, what do you want from me? I doubt it's a social call. And who's this? He points at Raymond. Just a friend tagging along. Nice. Almost like those old detective books. He's your sidekick. Not exactly. Anyway, I'm here about a case. Case? The 4 students who went missing after coming here on a camping trip. They visited the gas station you worked at during that time. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was quite a while ago. Based on the police report, you told them that you saw the group leaving town? Yeah, I was working inside when they were at the station. Alright, I'm going to pause it right there. Y'all will pick it up in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!